Fourth? Okay. Please raise your right hand.
Yes,
Do you
I'm here.
do you promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Put down your hand. What did you promise?
Pardon?
What did you promise?
I promise to say everything true.
Explain how you are eligible to become a U.S. citizen.
I had the green card over 5 years.
Okay, good. What is your full name?
My full name is Minh Ngọc Trịnh.
What is your date of birth?
My date of birth is September 24, 1962.
What is your date of permanent residence?
The date of my personal residence is June 30, 2017.
Okay, good. Excuse me, are you requesting an accommodation because of a physical disability?
No.
Okay, great. Was your mother or father a U.S. citizen before you were 18 years old?
No.
Okay, great. Do you live in San Jose or Milpitas?
I live in Milpitas.
How many years have you lived in Milpitas?
It's over 5 years.
Okay, great. Let's see. How do you support yourself financially?
I work. I am a self-employed.
Okay, you're self-employed. What is the name of your company?
My name company is 2D Trading.
And what is the purpose of your company? What do you do in your company?
My business is consultant.
Consultant?
Yes.
For international trade with Vietnam and China?
Yes, for international business.
Okay, good. All right, now, who sponsored you to come to the United States?
My wife.
Your wife? Okay, and how did your wife come to the United States?
Yes, she is the EB5 investor.
Okay, great. Okay, what business did you invest in the United States?
To build the hotel center in Washington, D.C.
Okay, give me the address later. I want to stay at your hotel, okay?
I don't remember the address, but I know in the New York Avenue.
Okay, so later, we'll talk about that later, okay? So thank you very much. Okay, yes. So let's continue. Have you traveled outside of the United States in the past 5 years?
Yes, a lot.
Okay, so how many trips have you taken in the past 5 years?
For 14 trips.
14 trips. How many total days have you traveled outside of the United States?
About 618 days.
Are any of those trips longer than 180 days?
No, never.
Okay, great. Did you go to Vietnam or did you go to other countries?
I go to Mexico, Costa Rica, Taiwan, China, Hong Kong, Singapore, and Vietnam.
Okay, very good. So I'm going to ask you about your last trip. Trip? Yes. When did you leave and when did you come back? Yes.
I see. My last trip is December 31, 2021. And I come back the US is April 2.
Did you go to Vietnam?
Yes, in this time I go to Vietnam.
Okay, great. Now I'm going to ask you about your wife, okay? How many times have you been married?
Only one.
How many times has she been married?
Only one.
What date did you get married?
My date of marriage is February 11, 1888.
1988?
1988.
Good. So So you're married together and you do business together, correct?
Yes, correct.
All right. Do you pay taxes together too?
Yes,
Okay, great. Okay, and then how many children do you have?
I have 2 boys.
Do your children live with you or are they in Vietnam?
They live in the US. The first boy live another city in Brisbane, and the second live with me.
Okay, great. Now let's continue. Have you ever claimed to be a US citizen?
No, never.
Have you ever voted in the United States?
No,
Do you have any title of nobility in Vietnam?
no,
Okay, have you ever been declared mentally incompetent or have you stayed at a mental hospital?
no.
Do you pay your taxes every year?
Yes, I pay tax every year.
Okay, and let's continue. Do you belong to any groups or organizations?
No,
Are you a member of the Communist Party?
no,
Okay, good. Have you ever been a member of a terrorist group?
no.
What is terrorist?
Terrorist, that mean the group to attack to kill the people by weapon. Look like the September 11, 2001 in the New York.
Yoy. Okay, have you ever tried to hurt or kill another person?
Never.
Have you ever tried to persecute another person?
No,
Okay, so persecute means to hate and hurt somebody. So you have never hurt anybody, is that correct?
yes,
Okay, good. Did you belong to the armed forces? Did you belong to the military? Or did you belong to the police in Vietnam?
no,
Okay, great. Okay, have you ever been a member of a gang?
no,
Have you ever been a criminal?
no,
Okay, have you ever broken the law?
never.
What is to break the law?
Break the law, that means you don't follow the law, you make something criminal.
Right, very good. Okay, so now let's continue. Have you ever been a habitual drunkard?
No,
Do you gamble illegally?
never.
Are you sure?
Yes,
Okay, good. Let's see. Have you ever lied to get public benefits?
no,
Okay, good. Let's continue. Do you support the Constitution and the laws of the United States?
yes, I will do.
Are you willing to take the full oath of allegiance to the United States?
Yes,
If the law requires it, are you willing to bear arms on behalf of the United States?
yes, I will.
What is bear arms?
Yeah, that means you use a weapon to protect the US.
Yes. Okay, and are you willing to perform non-combatant services for the United States?
Yes,
So non-combatant services, what are non-combatant services?
non-combatant services, that means you work for the army, but you don't use a weapon.
Yeah, can you give me an example of non-combatant?
You are the nurse, you are the driver, you are
Yeah.
the computer skill.
Yeah. Okay, so for you, you would probably be a translator or business advisor. Okay, if there's a national emergency, will you help during the national emergency?
Yes, I will.
You promise everything that you say is true?
Yes,
Excellent, excellent, very good. Okay, so let's see. Hadid, can you read number 71?
Yes. Was territory in the United States by from France in 1803? Louisiana.
Yeah, Louisiana. Okay, very good. Okay, so Tran, can you read the 72?
Yes. Name one word for by the United States in the 1800s.
1800s, very good.
I don't know.
So this one, number one, Civil War. Okay.
Yeah.
Number two, Mexican-American War. Number three, no. Number four, Spanish-American, Spanish-American War. And the last one, War of 1812. 1 second, admit, there we go. Admit, there we go. So here, when we're taking a look at this one is 1812 to 1815. Mexican-American War is 1846.
Everybody. Good morning, teacher.
Michael Dip,
Welcome.
okay.
Always problem.
Okay, no problem. I'm glad you're here. Okay, this one 1861 to 1865. And the last one that you have to know is Spanish-American War, and that's 1898. And this one is important because we got the territories of Guam and Puerto Rico. Okay, Kuldip, can you read 73?
This one,
73.
73. This one, 73. Okay.
Yeah.
Name the U.S. war between the North and South.
Yeah,
Civil War.
yeah, very, very good. Okay, good job. Okay, save clear. Okay, next one, let's see, Ishan.
Name one problem that led to the Civil War. The B, save or preserve the unit.
Yeah, this one does not look good. I think these are all bad. I don't think these are good. I'm gonna check what to see what happened. This one, a lot of people would say slavery,
Slavery.
or they would say economic. Sorry, they would say states' rights. Or they would say economic problems. So I'm gonna go back and fix this one, economics. So that's the problem led to the Civil War. I think it's the most important one is this one. I think it would be slavery. Okay, slavery. Okay, Ishan, can you read 75?
What was one important thing that Abraham Lincoln did? As free the slave.
Very good. Okay, Toa, can you read number 76?
What did the Emancipation Proclamation do?
Very good.
Slave.
Yeah, free the slaves. So this one is difficult, and I'll tell you why. I want you to take a look at this one, CI and CLA. If you see the CI, remember, this is going to be emancipation. And this one here, this is going to be proclamation. So this is going to be the K sound. So remember when you're talking about CA is going to be SA, CE is always going to sound like CE, CI is going to be an S. Oh, sorry, I made a mistake.
Emancipation.
And I made a mistake over here. This one, CO is always, CO is gonna spell like coal,
C.
and CU is always gonna sound like coo.
Cool.
So for example, if we're talking about CA, you always think about cat.
Cat. Cat.
CE, set.
Say.
What's a word with CI? Well, we can think about city, or we can also think about the word citizenship.
CD.
CO, a lot of people think about count money, and CU is cut. So again, if you see the CE or CI, it's always going to have the S sound. So Emancipation Proclamation is difficult because you have two C's, but they have the different sound. Okay, Tor, give me 77, last one.
What did Susan B. Anthony do?
Mhm.
Fought for women's rights.
For women's rights. Okay, very good. So that's a good job. Okay. The Civil War, we're going to take a look at Lincoln. So here we are with America Grows in the 1800s. So this, whoa, I'm sorry. Oh, what's happening here? So this one is the middle of the United States. You can see the Mississippi River. So let me draw the Mississippi River for you. This one here, this one is the Mississippi River. But in Missouri, it joins with the Missouri River that goes up like this and then goes out. So the Louisiana Purchase is very important. And during this time, when was it? When did they buy it? In 1803. 1803. So what happened? Let me write this a little bit. I need a little bit more space, so I'm gonna write it right here. Okay. So who was the president that wrote the Declaration of Independence?
Jefferson.
Yeah, very good. So it was Thomas Jefferson. So in 1803, Jefferson sent 2 soldiers to explore the Louisiana territory. Sorry, territory. They met an American Indian woman named Sacagawea. She guided them along the Missouri River and translated for them They walked all the way to the Pacific Ocean and came back. So this one is a very important person, Sacagawea. So she was an Indian woman. Oh, sorry, let me get that. So this is Sacagawea. Well, how important is she? So I'm gonna flip away from this for 1 minute. And I wanted to show you who Sacagawea is. Okay, so when we go to US Citizen Pod, and we're gonna go to more, and we're gonna go to the quizzes, and we're gonna go to the money quiz. So the money quiz that's at the very bottom, this is the coin quiz. And here, I try to make it a little bit bigger. So we have the nickel, so that's Jefferson on the nickel. And some of the nickels had this symbol on the back of it. What territory did the United States buy from France in 1803? Does anybody remember?
Louisiana.
Louisiana. So this nickel remembers the Louisiana Purchase. And finally, I want to show you a special one. This coin, many times you can still find it in the stores. It is Sacagawea. Sacagawea. So here she is. She's very young. She's maybe 15 or 16 years old. And she's carrying a baby. So she walked all the way from the Mississippi, or from the middle of the United States, all the way to the Pacific Ocean and back. And she carried a baby with her. She translated, she helped people find food. So she is a very heroic woman. Again, her name is Sacagawea. So name American Indian tribe in the United States. She was from the Shoshone tribe, but can anybody else tell me another American Indian tribe? Another American Cherokee? Anything else?
Blackfeet.
Blackfeet, yes, Blackfeet.
Hopi.
Yeah, Blackfeet and Hopi. So, anyway, so that's the story of Sacagawea, who was a Native American woman. She was from the Shoshone Indian tribe, and she helped the people find, she helped the people explore the Missouri River. So let's clear this. Oh, let's see, Ishan, can you read this one?
Okay. In the 1800s, America grew very fast. In 1803, the United States bought the Louisiana Territory from France. From 1800 to 1860, there were 17 new states. In the 1800s, millions of the immigrants come from the other countries. The country had two main parts, the North and the South. They had different cultures. They had different economies. There were many new problems.
Yeah, many new problems. So this one here, we're going to talk about how there were different states. There's Illinois, Missouri, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi. So this turns into many new states. But let's go to the bottom. So this shows the separation between the North and the South. So when we take a look at the North and the South, yeah, here we go. So these states here are part of the South, and they like to have large farms that grew cotton. And if you have a very, very large farm, a lot of them use slaves to work on the farms. So that's in the South. Up here, in this area here, this one had factories that used the cotton to make cloth. So this one up here, and over here, when we take a look at the states over here, a lot of these one had small family farms. That grew grain. And in California, we had farms too, but a lot of them we had minerals such as gold and silver, plus small farms. But here in the South, they had slaves. This one in the North, no slaves. Okay, good. So now let's continue on to this one. All right, so we're going to talk about slavery in America. Okay, so let's see, Hadin, can you read this one, please? Hadin?
Yes, I'm here.
Mhm.
Africans were taken to America and sold as slaves. In 1860, 4 million slaves lived in the United States. Americans did not agree about slavery. The North wanted to free the slaves. The South wanted slaves to work on plantations. Most slaves live in the South. The slaves had to freedom. They had no formal schools. They had no right to vote.
Okay, so this is the problem. Look at this one, cotton plant, or
Cotton,
this one here.
cotton.
This part is very, very soft, but inside there are many things that can hurt you. These are thorns, so it's very, very sharp. Inside there are seeds and there are bugs. So you have to clean the cotton after you pick it, and it can really hurt your hands. So even though it looks very, very fluffy and very, very soft,
That one India.
yeah, India has lots of cotton. It can really hurt your hands. And plus, if you're working outside, it's so hot that you can really suffer if you're working outside. So that's what the slaves were doing. They were picking the cotton. They have to clean the cotton, and it was very difficult for them. Okay. So they didn't have any right to vote. Yeah. So let's continue on. We're going to talk about the South. And this is one of their generals, the Robert E. Lee. So let's see. Min, can you read this one? Min?
Yes. The South were agricultural. The population was 9 million people. The South has small farm and big plantation. They grew cotton, tobacco, corn, sugar, and rice. Most slaves live on big plantation. Many Southwest wanted slavery. The South wanted strong state right. State right means the state decide their government. The South wanted to separate from the United States. The South made a new country, the Confederate State of America.
Okay, very good.
Lee was military leader. Jefferson Davis was the president of the Confederate State.
Okay, very good. All right, so this one is their president. So they tried to make a separate country. This one is the North, and in the North we have a lot of factories. Tran, where's Tran?
Yes. The North was include child. The population was 21 million people. The North had factory, railroad, and ports. They produced paper, glass, textile, and nickel products from 1840 to 1860. 4 million immigrants arrived here. Many immigrants worked in the factory. Enoch Turner did not want slavery. The North wanted the country to stay together. Only the Grant was the military leader. Abraham Lincoln was the president of the United States.
Okay, so again, this is the Abraham Lincoln. A lot of people know him. He was on the penny. This is the military leader of the North. He is Grant, and he is on the $50 bill. The $50 bill. So there's a lot of differences between the North and the South, and that's going to lead to war. Let's talk about some of the causes of the Civil War. The first one is slavery, economic reasons, and states' rights. Okay, so now, Toa, can you read this one, Toa? Oh, wait. I'm gonna, wait a second. Ask to unmute. Okay, great. Go ahead, Toa.
Yeah, the Civil War started in 1861. The Civil War and in 1865, the South region divided in April 1865. The North and the South fought very hard. The war was terrible for the country. It was difficult for people in the country. More than 630,000 people died. There were many changes after the war.
Very good. So you got that perfectly. 620,000. Okay, so a lot of problems was there were so many people injured after the war that many people were really, really hurt during the war. So let's talk about, we're going to talk about, this one's Abraham Lincoln, and this one is his cabinet. So, what does the cabinet do? Does anybody know what does a cabinet do?
Cabinet by the president.
Yeah, so this is Lincoln's cabinet. And they advise the president. So does anybody know one of the what is one of the positions in the cabinet? So we have Secretary of State. Anybody else in the cabinet that they know?
Secretary of Education.
Yeah, Secretary of Education. So Secretary of Education was this guy was Secretary of State. Secretary of Education comes a little bit later. So Secretary of Education. Anything else?
Of Education.
Secretary of Energy.
Ah, yeah, Secretary of Energy. So that's a new one, of energy, and they talk about gas and oil and our natural resources. Energy. Okay. So this one again.
Vice President.
Yeah, they advise the president. 1 minute. Excuse me.
Yes.
Excuse me. All right. So now we're going to read a little bit about freedom for slaves in America. So, Ishan, can you, wait a minute. No, Tran, can you read this one? Tran?
In 1863, Lincoln wrote the
Emancipation Proclamation.
Proclamation. The Emancipation Proclamation. Free slaves in the South. After the war, there were many changes for Black people. In 1865, the slaves were freed in various states of the United States. In 1868, Black people got U.S. citizenship. In 1870, Black men got the right to vote.
Okay, very good. So this one is going to be when the slaves are freed. This one is the 13th Amendment. And this one got U.S. citizenship. This one is the 14th Amendment. And when they got the right to vote, Black men got the right to vote. This is the 15th Amendment. So when we talk about this, so this one basically made the Emancipation Proclamation the law or freed all the slaves. So when we talk about the 14th Amendment, we're talking about U.S. citizenship. So this is the amendment that defines citizenship for everybody. It talks about how immigrants can naturalize and become U.S. citizens. So this is actually a very important amendment, and it talks about also the rights and responsibilities of citizenship. Yeah, so this is the 14th Amendment. So this one is super, super important for us as citizenship students. And also here, when we talk about the 18th, the right to vote, can you name one amendment that talks about the right to vote? There are 4 amendments that talk about the right to vote. Name one of the amendments.
Black
And one of the, yeah. So 18, or sorry,
1817.
student, no, sorry, citizens 18 and older can vote.
Vote.
Yeah. Another one is all male citizens can vote. Another is women and men can vote. Women and men can vote. And the last one is you don't need to pay a poll tax. So this one is you don't need, another one is no poll tax. Okay. Save. Okay, we're going to clear this. We're going to continue on. So we need to correct these sentences. This one, anybody? The Civil War was fought in the 1800s. Is that true?
No.
No. What? How can we correct that? How can we make that better?
1800.
1800.
Okay, 1 second.
1800.
1800s, yes. So especially, I'm gonna talk about this one. So this one is 1861 to 1865. Okay, Abraham Lincoln wrote the Declaration of Independence. Is that true?
No.
No,
No. What did he do?
Thomas Jefferson.
Yeah, Thomas Jefferson, but actually he signed the Emancipation Proclamation.
Read us slavery.
Yeah. Religion was one of the problems that led to the war. Is that true?
Religion led to the civil.
No, slavery.
No.
Slavery. Yeah.
Abraham Lincoln.
Slavery. Okay. And the US bought Virginia territory from France. Is that true?
No.
No. What is it?
Louisiana.
Louisiana.
America.
Louisiana. Very good. Okay, very good. Okay, clear. Okay, I want to show you one more minute. Okay, so now let's clear this. Oh, sorry. Clear.
Proclamation là gì ta? Nó là cái tuyên bố gì?
Okay, take a minute and take a look at these three.
And between the North and the South, the Civil War was between the North and the South, Northeast and West.
West one, East and West. No.
1 second, I have to respond to something. One minute.
Not translate.
1 minute, please. Today is so noisy. I'm trying to close the windows of my house because there are gardeners. I'm almost done. Wow, I cannot stop the sound. Okay, good. Okay, so the Civil War was between the East and West. Is that true?
No.
Yeah, it's between the
North and
North
South.
and the South.
Okay, slaves came from Australia. Is that true?
No.
No,
No, they come from Africa. Very good.
African.
African.
Africa. Okay, and this one, the Emancipation Proclamation freed the colonists?
No,
No.
be the slave.
No. Yeah,
Right.
freed the slaves. Freed the slaves. Okay, clear. Okay, now let's continue on. So this one, we could go over this a little bit more carefully tomorrow, but this one is Abraham Lincoln. And he was president. This one is about his wife, not too interesting. But he was assassinated in 1865. We had another president that was assassinated in 1963. Also, there was another president Jim from Vietnam was assassinated, I think, in 1963. So was assassinated in 1963. And then there was another president that was recently assassinated. Does anybody know who was from Japan? Prime Minister Abe from Japan was assassinated in 2022. So this means to be killed. So this is an important word. Assassinated. Another word for this is to be killed. So again, Lincoln was assassinated in 1865. President Kennedy was assassinated in 1963. President Diem from Vietnam was assassinated in 1963. Dr. Martin Luther King was assassinated in 1968. And Prime Minister Abe from Japan was assassinated in 2022. Again, this word means to kill. And if the president can no longer serve, who becomes president? The president
Ibrahim.
can no longer serve. Who becomes?
Vice President.
Yes. The president,
Vice President.
the vice president, vice president. So who is our president now?
Kamala.
Kamala Harris.
Oh, no, our president.
President
Biden.
Joe Biden.
Joe Biden, yes.
I say Vice President. Joe Biden.
Yeah, Joe Biden. So our president right now, he has COVID. Please pray for him. And who is our vice president?
Kamala Harris.
Kamala Harris. Yeah. There we go. So very nice.
This one Indian name is easy.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Okay, Kuldeep, what is her Indian name?
Kamala. Kamala is Indian name.
Yeah, okay, very good. So she is, her mother is from India and her father is black from the islands of the Caribbean.
I don't know.
Yeah, her mother was a very important cancer doctor. So very good woman. Very lucky, smart, and she has smart children. So Lincoln was president when the Civil War ended. So this one, 10 days after the Civil War, Lincoln was assassinated by John Wilkes Booth. I don't know how old he was when he died. It was a very difficult time for the country. So, but before he died, he signed the Emancipation Proclamation. And this is one of the places that Nagasi actually visited, was the Lincoln Memorial. Lincoln is inside of it. So, Isha, can you read this one?
Okay. The Lincoln Memorial honors our 16th president. 16 president. The memorial is in Washington, D.C. The memorial was built in the early 1900s. There is the giant statue of Lincoln inside. Many people come to the Lincoln Memorial every day.
Yes.
Every day.
Yeah, so there's many ways that we remember Lincoln. He's on the penny, he's on the $5 bill. And this one, the continue on. So let's see, who haven't we heard from? Let's see. Oh, Kuldeep, why don't you read this one? Kuldeep?
The Lincoln Memorial is a famous place. Many people come here on celebration, speeches, and photos. Martin Luther King Jr. made his I Have a Dream speech here on August 28, 1963. The Lincoln Memorial is an important symbol for Americans.
Okay, so if you stand at the Lincoln Memorial, you can see this one. This one is the Washington Memorial. So many people have been there. So this one is Colin Powell, who used to be the Secretary of, I think he was the Secretary of Defense? No, yes.
Defense.
Secretary of Sense or Secretary of State. He was a general and then he became either the Secretary of Defense or Secretary of State. And this one is Marian Anderson, who was a very, very famous singer who basically sang and helped people during the Civil Rights Movement. So there's more information here about Lincoln.
President.
Yeah, but we really need to move on. And let's see if who would like to practice the interview today? Let's see. We need somebody from Vietnam. Toa, can you do this? Can you do this one, Toa? Okay, Toa, do you promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So this one is a green card. What is your last name?
His last name is Nguyen.
Okay, but what is your last name?
My last name is Quát.
Good. What is your date of birth?
My day of birth is May 3rd, 1959.
Okay, what is your date of permanent residence?
On February 3rd, 2017.
Okay, and his date of birth was actually, or sorry, this is date of permanent residence. Okay, what is your country of birth?
In Vietnam.
Are you
I was
born?
born in Vietnam.
Were you born in Saigon?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Let's go. What is your country of nationality?
In Vietnam.
Good. Okay, and that's about phone number. This one is about address. What is your current home address?
Yeah. My current home address in Mibitat.
Okay, good. So this one is our county. What is our county name?
Yeah.
This is
Santa
our
Clara.
Santa Clara.
Santa Clara.
Santa Clara, okay. And so this is Milpitas. We're north of San Jose. Okay,
Mibitat.
Milpitas. Okay, and this one is about previous home address. Do you, so we're going to talk a little bit about family. Do you work?
Yeah, now I know to work. Now I go to school.
Okay, so his job used to be to deliver newspapers. Okay.
Delivery paper.
Yeah. Did you travel outside the United States in the past 5 years?
Yes, I have.
Okay. Last time, when did you leave?
I live on October 10, 2019.
When did you come back?
I come back on November 7, 2019.
Okay, very good. Okay. Are you single, married, widowed, or divorced?
I am divorced.
Okay. This one, he was married to a U.S. citizen. And so they got married in August 2002. And he had 2 children. He has a daughter. How many children do you have?
I have one daughter.
Okay. He had 2 kids, and this little guy used to eat a lot of chicken. I remember him going to a restaurant eating a lot of chicken. Okay, so now, have you ever claimed to be a U.S. citizen?
No.
Okay. Have you ever voted in the United States?
No.
Are you a member of a king or queen? Queen's
No.
family. Okay. I think this is the old king of Vietnam.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever been declared legally incompetent?
No.
Okay. Do you pay your taxes every year?
Yes, I do.
Do you belong to any groups or organizations?
No.
Okay. Have you ever been a member of the Communist Party?
No.
Okay. Have you ever been a terrorist?
No.
Have you ever been a soldier?
No.
Okay. Have you ever been arrested?
No.
No.
Have you ever committed a crime?
No.
Have you ever been a habitual drunkard?
No.
Have you ever sold or smuggled illegal drugs?
No.
Wow, look at all that money, huh?
Oh, money.
Yeah, you can make a lot of money. Okay. Do you gamble illegally?
No.
Okay. Have you ever lied to get public benefit?
No.
He says, oh, I have sympathy children. Huh? Okay. Have you ever been deported?
No.
So this one, you're arrested and sent back to Vietnam. So has that ever happened to you? No? Okay.
No.
Have you ever served in the U.S. Armed Forces?
No.
Okay. Do you support the Constitution and the laws of the United States?
Yes.
Yes, I do.
Do you support our form of government in the United States?
Yes.
Yes, I do.
Are you willing to take the full oath of allegiance to the United States?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Are you willing to bear arms in the United States Armed Forces?
Yes.
Are you willing to perform non-combatant services in the United States?
Yes.
Are you willing to help during a national emergency like earthquake?
Yes.
Okay. Do you promise everything you say is true?
Yeah, I promise to say the truth.
Okay, congratulations. There you are with the American dream. Is how are you eligible to become a U.S. citizen?
Yes. I have a green card over the 5 years.
What is your legal name?
My legal name is Yixin Zhu.
What is your date of permanent residence?
My day of the resident is the January 30, 2017.
How do you financially support yourself?
My husband.
Have you spent any time outside the United States?
Yes.
Okay, good. Have you ever claimed to be a U.S. citizen?
No.
Okay, good. Have you ever voted in the United States?
No.
Do you pay your taxes every year?
Yes.
Okay, good. Do you belong to any groups or organizations?
No.
Have you ever been a terrorist?
No.
Have you ever intentionally hurt or killed another person?
No.
Have you ever stopped a person from practicing his or her religion?
No.
Have you ever been arrested?
No.
Have you ever been a prostitute or procured a prostitute?
No.
And so again, what is a prostitute is to sell sex for money. Okay, so that is prostitute.
Mm.
Have you ever been married to more than one person at the same time?
No.
Okay, and have you ever given false information to the U.S. government?
No.
Okay, great. All right, so now we're getting to the end. Do you support the Constitution and the form of government of the United States?
Yes.
Yes. What is the Constitution?
The Constitution is the supreme law of the land.
Are you willing to take the full oath of allegiance?
Yes.
If the law requires it, are you willing to bear arms in the U.S. Army?
Yes.
What is bear arms?
Bear arm is the weapon to protect the United States.
Are you willing to perform non-combatant services for the U.S. Army?
Yes.
What is non-combatant?
Working in the army, but not use the weapon.
Okay. Are you willing to help the government during a national emergency?
Yes.
Do you promise everything that you said is true?
Yes.
Very good, very good. Okay. Oh, sleepless night. Has anybody had problems worried about money?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Who said yes?
Me.
Okay, Min, okay, go ahead, read this one. This is a good one for you.
Legacy doesn't sleep well at all. He spent most of the night thinking about what happened the day before. And he remember how much he could with an extra 5,000 right now. And there it is, think legacy, just sitting on the kitchen table. Legacy get up early and puts the money back into the black bag. Then he hide the bag deep in the closet. Soon the children get up. Are you sit today, Dad? Ask David. Why aren't you driving your taxi?
Okay.
No, I'm fine. Say legacy. I just say another thing to do this morning. Now Azana is helping the children get ready for school. I need some money to pick up the entire new classic. He saved from the back room. And I'm going shopping for David's new coat. Oh, and we need some food for the supermarket too. Okay, say legacy, I have it. Legacy look in his wallet. He count his fare and tips from yesterday. But he doesn't have enough money for new classes, a coat, and some food.
Okay, 1 minute.
Legacy slowly walk over the closets and pick up the black bag. He grasps in his hand and count out $300. Then Anya walked into the living room. Do you have the cash? She asked quietly. Sure, said Legacy, closing his hand tightly around the money. I have it right here.
We have the words anymore, jewelry, arrested,
Arrested.
credit,
Arrested.
picture, video, robbery, never, suspect, tonight, papers, about, interest, officers, and the last one is camera. So let's take a minute to read this. So he's thinking about his family, and he's thinking about the money. So take a minute to read this quietly to yourself. Okay, so what did Nagasi do? Did he keep the money or did he give the money back?
He doesn't keep the money.
Yeah, he doesn't keep the money. Okay, very good. So let's see. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna give you, Ishan,
Oh.
go ahead and read it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind, said Negasi in a loud voice. I need to change the oil in the tanks, and I need to buy a few things too. Just use the credit card. Okay, says Anna. Anna doesn't like to use the credit card. The interest rate is very high, but sometimes she has to use it. Good luck with the police today, says Ayana. See you tonight. Thanks, says Negasi. I hope it doesn't talk too long. In a few minutes, Ayana and the children leave for school. After they leave, Negasi opens his hand and puts the $300 back into the bag. He doesn't want to think about this money anymore. He wants to bring it to the police right away. At 9 a.m., Negasi arrives at the police station. He tells his story to the police officer. Then the other police officer come too. They spend a long time with Negasi, asking questions and filling out papers.
Okay. Toa, can you finish the story, Toa?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One police officer tell Legacy about robbery yesterday on Wisconsin Avenue. It was just
Jewelry.
jewelry store. The store had a video camera. This morning, they asked that the suspect. The officer never see a picture. That's him. Say Legacy. I'm sure of it. And we fought up the money. The money, say the police officer, accept $5,000. It here in this bank. Say Legacy out of it.
All of it, yeah. So he turns in all the money. Okay, so let's take a look at some of the words. We have jewelry, interest rate, robbery, oil, credit card, and suspect. So what is jewelry?
F
Library.
F in library.
F,
Yeah.
F.
Yeah, so they have very good jewelry in India and Vietnam. Very good jewelry. Okay, interest rate.
Interesting.
E.
Very good. You get extra money. Good job. Robbery.
C.
C.
E.
Okay, for oil.
A.
Hey, you need this for a car. Yeah. Credit card.
E.
Okay.
E.
Oh, wait a minute. Let's see. No, 5. Oh, credit card. Oh, D. D is in dog. Okay. And suspect.
B.
B.
Someone who may be
Guilty of a crime. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so now we're gonna go up to the last little part. We're looking at bring, plus, puts back, spend, arrives, leaves, tells, come, doesn't want. Okay, in a few minutes, Ayana and the children, where do they go?
Come. Come for
They're-
Come.
No, not come from school. They're gonna leave for school. So they're leaving the house. Leave, okay? Nagasi opens his hand and
handbag.
Put back.
yeah, puts back
Put pet.
puts back the $300 into the bag. He just
He
thinking,
Doesn't want.
yeah, he doesn't want. Thinking about money doesn't make him happy. It doesn't want. He doesn't want to think about money anymore. He wants to
To come.
Bring.
Piring.
To bring.
bring it to,
Bring.
Piring.
to the police right away. At 9 a.m., Nagasi,
Come ask the police station.
does he come or
No,
does
come.
he?
Come.
No.
Then.
Arrive.
Arrive.
Arrives, very good.
Arrives.
Arrive.
Arrives. At the police, he's talking to the police.
He tell his story.
Tell.
He tells the story to the
He
police. Then the other officers,
The order police.
Come. Oh no.
do they come too?
Come. Come. Come.
Come.
Come. Come
Come
to.
too, yeah. Come. And
Come.
they
Come.
They spend.
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 okay, so thank you